In the bustling newsroom, where ringing phones and clattering keyboards reverberated, Sarah and Mark sat, poised professionally. They were ready to delve into the most discussed topic of the day. Dressed in her sharp blue jacket, Sarah began. "Good evening, everyone. I'm Sarah Wilson, and beside me is Mark Robert. The world's eyes are on one question today. Who's going to take over the Lewis Empire's crown?" Looking dapper, Mark joined. "Exactly, Sarah. With the departure of the legendary Ryuk Lewis, speculations are everywhere about his successor." The screen transitioned to show Jane, their correspondent, stationed outside the majestic Lewis mansion. The city's glittering skyline acted as her backdrop, with screens everywhere flashing updates about the successor's announcement. With excitement in her tone, Jane reported, "Hey, Sarah and Mark. The atmosphere here is charged with anticipation. People are curious about the next successor, especially with Theo Lewis's sudden return from his overseas studies." Sarah asked, "Jane, what are you hearing on the ground? Is Theo the crowd favorite, given his close relationship with Ryuk Lewis?" Jane responded with a knowing smile. "Sarah, it's hard for everyone to ignore their bond. It was unlike any grandparent-grandchild relationship. Ryuk Lewis, often reserved and distant with others, was a completely different man around Theo. They played golf, attended parties, almost like best buddies. It was as though Theo infused youth back into the elder's life, showcasing their strong bond." Back in the studio, Mark pondered. "Their bond was undoubtedly special, but we're talking about the colossal Lewis Empire. Predictions could backfire." Sarah concurred. "Absolutely, Mark. It's not just about family ties, but also business acumen and the leadership ability to steer a global empire." Mark nodded in agreement, finalizing his thoughts. "Couldn't agree more. It's a waiting game now." To wrap up the discussion, Sarah declared, "Thanks for the update, Jane. Everyone, stay with us for the latest updates. This is one announcement that promises to be unforgettable." Whirr. At that instant, the television screen faded to black as a young man clicked off the remote. The penthouse suite was immediately shrouded in a deep stillness, with only the distant hum of the city coming through the open window. His eyes seemed to absorb every nuance of what had been discussed. This wasn't just another day. It was a defining moment, a moment that would not only carve his own future, but also shape the destiny of the monumental Lewis Empire. Aware of the massive responsibilities awaiting him as Ryuk Lewis's successor, the fourth richest man in the world, Theo was acutely aware of the enormity of the decision that lay ahead. Releasing a deep breath, Theo rose from the armchair. At 6 feet tall, with ebony black hair and captivating silver eyes, he was a figure who commanded attention. His eyes seemed to hold a depth of wisdom beyond his years. Theo's physique was a manifestation of his dedication to fitness. His perfect body build hinted at a disciplined workout routine. Yet beneath his composed exterior, conflicted emotions churned.